Hi, my name is Achema from On the Road to Healing and Colour by Achema. Today I want to talk about how to tell whether changing your diet will improve your health, especially if you have an autoimmune, chronic or a lifestyle disease and you are basically feeling overwhelmed by the symptoms that you are experiencing. Somebody wrote me an email quite recently and asked me whether a change in my diet had seen any improvements in my own health and well-being, and I wrote back to them and I said definitely. I always recommend anybody who has a chronic illness or an autoimmune illness to definitely make a change in their diet. If they can do only one thing in the short term to improve their symptoms, it will be to change their diet. So I highly recommend you changing your diet as a first course of action. How can you tell if changing your diet will actually improve your symptoms? Well, after having changed my diet for a number of years now, but more specifically in the last year, having started the autoimmune protocol, I have noticed several indicators in my own body which let me know that diet has played such a huge role in increasing my sense of health and well-being. And fundamentally, it all points back to your gut, your digestive system. If you have an autoimmune illness or any kind of chronic illness, because they all tend to be autoimmune by nature, then the majority of your immune system is actually found in your digestive system, in your gut. So fundamentally, having a healthy gut means that you will have a healthy immune system. So what I want to do in this video is really share 11 signs that I've noticed for myself that you should start to look out for. And if you notice even 3 or 4 of these signs, then the chances are that by changing your diet, you will also see an improvement in your health and well-being. So I'm going to go through these signs with you now. So number 1 are weight issues. If you suffer from any weight issues at all, whether it's fluctuating weight or whether it's no matter how much you eat, you can't seem to put on any weight, or whether you find it really, really difficult to lose weight, the chances are that there's a problem with your diet, and by changing your diet, you will also be able to rebalance your body and see improvements in your health and well-being. Number 2, which is linked to that, is nutrient deficiency and hormonal imbalance. So you can see signs of this maybe in your hair texture, premature graying of your hair, tiredness and fatigue. These are all signs that your body is not able to get the right nutrients, and therefore you will need to change your diet in order to make sure that your body is getting the right nutrients. IBS symptoms. So these are things like constipation, diarrhea, bloating, gas, so flatulence, heartburn, indigestion, things like that really. Bloating, did I say bloating? If you notice any of these, especially after you've eaten, then this is a really big indicator that there's something wrong with your digestive system and you need to change your diet. I noticed for myself that I used to suffer from a lot of bloating and gas and constipation, but after I changed my diet, those symptoms all went away, and after a while so did the really the really pressing symptoms that I was having surrounding my health. Number 4, inflammation and swelling. Generally what I found is that people with an autoimmune illness or chronic illness, they tend to have like a padded feel about them, or padded look about them, just underneath their skin. It's a bit like they've got extra cushioning, and that's really inflammation and swelling in your body. And I actually found, because I had this ganglion cyst on my wrist, and I had it for years, more or less just before I really began to notice that there was something wrong with my body, and I started to really experience the symptoms surrounding the condition that I was diagnosed with. I had this ganglion cyst, and I tried bashing it with the Bible and heavy books and all kinds of things, but it wouldn't go away, and it became really, really big and really, really hard. And when I changed my diet, probably after a few months of changing my diet, the ganglion cyst became really, really soft until eventually it could be squashed and it went away. So inflammation and swelling anywhere around your body is an indicator that you're inflamed and you need to change your diet. Number 5, if you have any kind of food problems and sensitivities, at this moment in time you may not be able to put a finger on it, but I would recommend that you go on a diet, an elimination diet, to see whether it has any impact on your symptoms at all. Number 6, your stool. Your stool can tell you a lot about what is happening inside your digestive system. Is your stool too soft? Is it too hard? Are you constipated? Is there fat in your stool? Are there food deposits in your stool? Is your stool smelly? What's the colour of your stool? All of these things can indicate to you that there is an issue in your diet and an issue in your gut that you need to take notice of. And once you change your diet and deal with the issues in your gut, you will begin to see an improvement in your symptoms. Number 7, any underlying chronic symptoms, any just underlying nagging symptoms that you have. For example, I used to suffer a lot from chest infections and cold sores and chronic coughing and sinus pains, and all of those went away as soon as I changed my diet. Before that, they were making my life miserable, but as soon as I changed my diet, then those underlying persistent chronic symptoms, they went away. Number 8, if you've ever changed your diet before for a short period of time, or fasted and noticed an improvement in your health, then the chances are that by changing your diet long term to go on an elimination diet or an autoimmune diet, you will also see some fantastic improvements in your health and well-being. Number 9, if you see, and you may not have noticed this, but I would recommend that you become aware of this. If you see an increase in your symptoms just before you pass stool and a decrease in your symptoms after you've passed stool, then again this points back to your digestive system and an issue with your gut, and a change in your diet will begin to see improvements in your symptoms overall. But you should probably work with somebody to find out what's happening in your gut anyway. Number 10, you're finding that medication is only taking the edge of your symptoms off of your symptoms, and or you need to continuously up the dosage of your medication or change your medication to get similar relief that you were getting before. All of these things show that the medication is just masking the symptoms and not actually dealing with the underlying cause, and you probably need to go back and check your diet. Number 11 is that you're having good days, bad days, and there's no rhyme or reason to it. The chances are that you're probably eating foods that your body is not happy with, and it's letting you know that. One of the things that I found when I started the autoimmune protocol diet was that I was having good days, bad days, good days, bad days, and I couldn't understand why, because hey, I changed my diet. But after I took a food intolerance test, I realised that there were specific foods that were actually high trigger foods for me, and as soon as I eliminated those from my diet, I was seeing a lot more good days over bad days. Okay, so that's it. 11 signs that your gut could be the reason for the symptoms that you're experiencing, and therefore how a change in diet might be what you need to start seeing some symptomatic relief from your autoimmune, chronic or lifestyle illness. Okay, that's it. Bye.